Hey, so today on Tuesday Tip, I wanted to talk to you about those irrigation service calls. I know it was kind of warm this past week, and so we start getting that feeling the spring is right around the corner, and you're right, it is right around the corner. And so just wanted to go over the importance of checking your irrigation system. Most people say, oh, it's not a big deal or whatever, but I want to think about why is checking your irrigation system important. Over the year, over the winter, your system could have gotten some damage done to it. You could have some broken heads. You could have some leaky valves. There's a number of things that could have gone wrong or gone bad on your irrigation system over the wintertime. And so just wanted to take a look at a couple of the things that we always see. One, we always see irrigation heads that are broken or damaged. They run in the middle of the night, so we don't really see them during the day. And when we do an irrigation service check, we're able to check those heads to make sure they're adequately watering the property. I've also seen in the last few months of places where I go out and irrigation will be watering the sidewalk or the driveway or the concrete or mulch areas. And guess what? We're not going to grow any more concrete. We're not going to grow any more asphalt. So we need to make adjustments to those irrigation systems. Another thing that we always see while we're out there checking irrigation is we find leaky valves. We find some broken lines, those kind of things. And so the water during the wintertime could have expanded. It could have caused a valve to break or a line to have busted. And we just don't know it until we start turning the irrigation system on. And so we just wanted to come out, take a look at that, and make sure that we've got those pipes are all in good shape. It's a great time of the year to do it in the early spring, because if we make sure that the irrigation is set right and properly in time, and we also want to talk about those times. People think, all right, it's spring, we got to start watering, let's go water heavy, and it's not quite that way. We recommend that you water infrequent and deep. And what I mean by that is we want you to allow the water to get down into the root zone of the plant. If you water each zone for 5 minutes, then you're only watering a ½ inch of water. What happens is the roots on that plant, they will actually turn and come up, so they're actually very shallow root system. What we want to do is we want to water for longer periods of time and a lot more infrequent. So our example would be we want you to water on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And what we want to do is we want you to water for 20 minutes a zone. And what happens when you water 20 minutes a zone is the water should permeate down below the soil and get down deep into the soil. The plants themselves, the roots of the plants, will chase that water down deep. When they chase that water down deep, that means that they're going to be healthier. That means they're going to be sturdier. They're going to be able to endure the Georgia heat that comes in July and August. And so we want your grass to go down deep. Yes, there are times that we want to water a little bit more infrequent, but most of the landscapes in Middle Georgia, we want to water them in that time frame. That allows the water to go down. The other thing about watering in that position or in that situation is we don't have to worry about as many funguses or diseases. Because if we're watering real shallow and those kind of things, we see a lot more disease issues. We see a lot more issues with the turf not being as healthy. But if that turf will get down deep into the soil, then we see a lot better residual to the heat, to the funguses, to the diseases that we see here in the Middle Georgia area. So when you're out there and we're almost there come springtime, we're right around the corner from springtime, let's get out, let's check those irrigation systems, let's make sure they're up and running and they're the most efficient that they possibly can, so we can make sure that we're getting everything we can out of your irrigation system this spring or summer. If you need some help with your system, maybe you want to get it updated. We have some really cool new Wi-Fi controllers where we can change out your old controller, put in some new controllers, and then you can actually use a Wi-Fi controller on your smartphone or an app, and then that way you can monitor your irrigation system as well from anywhere in the world. So there's some really cool technology that's out there that can advance your irrigation system to make sure that it's running the most efficient and the most effective possible for your plants. So give us a call if you need some help with your irrigation. We can have one of our specialists come out, During this time of the year, up to June 22nd, we'll be running a special of $49.99 for our irrigation service calls. So if you need some help with your system, we're more than happy to give you that service call at $49.99. And then that way we can make sure that everything is up and running and adequate for this summer before the heat gets here.